Good day, my name is Joe. Today we'll be playing Race Formula 90. This time it's Silverstone. We're going to try again in the Formula Renault. We need to do a little bit better than we did at Monza, both playing wise and making sure that we get all the mechanics right. This will be the second live playthrough, probably about the 7th or 8th playthrough total that I've done. So let's just get right at it and start the setup. So the first thing we're going to do is choose a driver skill. Well, with Formula Renault, what I do like about it is we do get 2 skills. So let's change it up from what we did last time. This time we're going to do flat out. So during an extreme trajectory, if we land on it, we can skip any of the checks and deduct a movement point. So we don't have to do this actual check. And I think there's quite a few extreme trajectories around the old Silverstone track, but we do subtract one. But us just not having to do some of these extreme checks may be great for us. And versatility. If you guys did watch the Monaco video, which unfortunately I chose banging wheels maybe a little bit too much when I was ahead and didn't get those track cards. Now, as you guys kind of saw, those track cards very crucial and good for the game. I was using a lot of race cards and I just couldn't keep up with the guys in front. So we did our driver skills, versatility flat out. Our 6 setup points, we're actually going to go with the standard setup here. I want to make sure that we have enough cards. We could go a little bit more on the tires and go a little bit fewer on the cards, but I did run out a little bit last time as well. So we got our tire chips and we're going to draw our race cards +1, so 7. So we're going to draw our 7 cards and decide if we want to keep these a 2, a 3, a 1, a 2, a 4, 2, 2. A lot of 2s in here, which I'm okay with because we can pair the 2s together when we play these around the track. And we got a 4 for, well, our potential start. So maybe we can get off to a good start. So we're going to keep our cards and just a little bit about these other cars out here. There's me. I'm going to be the one in white. We have 2 slow robots, 2 fast, 2 super fast, and we also have a pair of fast and super fast with traits. 2 of the ones, once again, are going to have a pit -2, so they're going to be pitting only going back 6 when they have to pit at Silverstone. Normally this is an 8. One does its checks at 85, and these are the fast. And the other one is a little bit of reckless, the reckless black car, where if the R cards are the same, it's going to get an extra movement point. And if we're battling on a corner, if we're contesting on a corner, they'll move up or down to tie us and potentially hit us. So a little bit more reckless on this one. So without too much further ado, we're going to place some chits in front of these, get some starting positions. I think we're going to use our 4 because we do have, like we said, some 2s to use right off the bat. So I think we should just use our 4 for qualifying. So I'm thinking of 4. It's a 24 lap race. If we pit on lap 10, we could potentially get to the end with some tires. You guys saw last time, though, I ate up tires like they were nobody's business. We're going to get we're going to give it the old +1. So we're going to be sitting at a 5. So we're going to pit on lap 10. So we're going to put ours right up there and start flipping over these chits. Unfortunately, this check is a 25, which is not the best, but that's going to be our new target check. Let's see what the fast cars do first. Let's see what the reckless. We'll go reckless. Reckless is going 4, thank goodness. Maybe behind us, maybe not, thank goodness. We'll see. This other one at a 5 and a 30. So we are lower, which is good. And we'll do these 2 right here. 5 and a 12. Oh, that's a 60. And these two guys, one's going at a 6, one's going at a 3. Ooh, a 7 and then a 6. Man, every time I think we're doing okay in these 5s, somebody really surprises us and really jumps up there. And a 55. Let's get our starting grid started. Both super fast cars starting on the front row, followed by a normal fast car, and finally followed by us. And these reckless cars right behind us too, followed by the 85 Czech. Oh, I'm sorry, the reckless car starting a few rows back, thank goodness. Into purple, into fast, and our last two, fast and purple. All right, so let's get these pits on there. A couple 8s. We are going to be pitting on lap 10. A couple lap 12s. Lap 10 and a 14. Stints are a little bit shorter here, so when we have the blue flag and the orange flag, we want to get to keep them for too long. We are going to start doing the weather. So for the weather, we're going to draw the initial start weather for Silverstone. Everybody knows this can be pretty volatile. 62. 62 puts us at some light rain. And then the second card is a 91. So we will be going to softs pretty soon. So 91. So the spread is going to be a 2. So with a spread of 2, and we're going to start in the uncertain area, it is going to be capricious. We're going to get the capricious cards from the weather deck, if I can find them. Should be 7. Hopefully there's 7 here. All right, so with capricious, we're gonna go start and finish. It should end to the sunny side this time, but we're gonna have a no weather change, a -2 this direction, which is closer to rain, a +3, which is gonna put us maybe in the, the slicks, another -1, +2, +1, +1. So we'll probably be hanging around this range. I definitely think we're going to want to start on the intermediate tires. I think that's it's probably a good bet to start off with. But a little bit odd. You never know what's going to happen in Silverstone. So we're going to take these 7 cards. And we're going to discard 2. I'm not really sure what happens at the end of the race if there's a good chunk of time left and we don't have any more cards. I assume it just stays that way all the way through. But there are 5 cards. We got our 2 checks out there. The checks are going to be 35 and 60. That's going to be different than Monaco. First check starts on turn 3 with 3 turns in between. Let me double check to make sure that's correct. Initial check is at 4, so check should be at 4. Then every 3 turns, we're gonna make some weather checks. So we're gonna choose what tires. I think intermediate to make sure that we get a good start. The robots are gonna start on the slicks though, the softs and or hards, so they're going to be at -1 for a little bit. And then we're going to choose our strategy. Well, we start from back here. I'd really hate to get banging wheels, but we could do, banging wheels to start off with. But I don't know if that's really what we need. Maybe we really, we can really use some of these cards to maybe just save some tires. So maybe we'll save some tires off the bat. Hopefully we can make a one-stop race. I haven't been able to make a one-stop work in a while, but we will see. Okay, we will move this board out of the way. So we got our cards set up. We got our 6 cards. We got our tires. We got our 2 skills, versatility, flat out, intermediate, saving tires. Our first check's 25. We're starting on the second row of the grid, position 4. We're gonna pit on lap 10, and it's raining a little bit. So Silverstone, here we come. All right, for this one, I'll try to keep our cards in the middle of the table. Hopefully you guys can see most of these, and it'll be lights out and away we go. All right, so not much to start off with, but they are just going to move a standard 3. Normally they would be able to move 4, but it is raining and they chose to be on those slick tires, so it may pay off for them, but I'm hoping for at least the first couple turns it pays off for us. Okay, so to pass this car on the first lap, it's only going to take us 1 movement point. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. 3 would put us past. 4 would get us kind of to where we wouldn't have to fight anyone next turn. So I'd really like to get some cards out there, see what we're looking at. You know, we do have this +2. If we can pair this up with another +2, I'm thinking maybe these 2. We would have to normally pay 2 tires and we get to draw 2 cards, which I think is what we're going to do. However, with saved tires, we discard 1 tire less. And when we discard a tire, we'll get a track card. So I really would like to get some track cards started this game a little bit better than we did last time. So we're going to be moving 4. Oh, we do get to draw a card at the beginning of our turn. I've already lost sight of that. 3 with a 2 tire and a damage. That's not what we're looking for. We're still going to go with these 2. So we're going to be down to 9 tires. Since we discarded a tire, we get to draw a card. Ooh, a +5 at Abbey. If we can make it to Abbey, a +5 or not late break. That's also pretty good. And we'll get to draw another 2 cards. So here we're going to move forward 4. Right behind all these guys. I'm not really sure. There's not the best place to put these. Unless you guys, can we see them down here? Maybe we can. Maybe we'll just know that our 2 R cards are going to be in the middle for this Formula Renault. And we'll kind of move things around a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see most of those. Okay. And then we're going to keep on moving. This car will also go 1, 2, 3. And a 1, 2. Purple car is going slow again. The reckless car, luckily they're not with us, even though it wouldn't matter this turn, but it may matter in some future turns. So starting off on the intermediates, I think is doing okay for us. We really need to take advantage of it while we have the advantage now. And we'll go on to turn 2. But before we do have to put a couple R cards out. So right now the R cards are, maybe I can put them up here. R cards are going to be a 1 and a 4. So if they're even, that one car is going to get +1 movement, that fast black car back there. And if it was a 3, they'd also get a movement. So they're going to be moving at just a normal -1 because they're on the wrong tires as of now. So the first car is going to go, this car is going to go 1, 2, 3, but an extra +2 because of the trajectory it was on. So we cannot pass this car. So it looks like we're just going to be stuck on probably moving 3. You know, we could get another track card while we're at it by doing this, or we could just keep on accumulating some cards. Or we could look at the weather, make sure we're not on the wrong set of tires for too long. Oof, kind of a tough decision. We do want to kind of battle over here, but we'll have Abby for a nice battle pretty soon. We want to take off. We're gonna play this plus. We're just gonna play this standard 3. So we don't have to pay a tire, and we'll get a card. And we draw a card at the beginning of our turn. So we are just going to draw the card. We don't lose a tire because we're saving tires. So we just played the 3 because we know where we'll be. 1, 2, 3. We have full movement. They, however, a black car right here. 1, 2, 3. We'll have to battle a couple cars next time. A little contest there. This car is going to move 1, 2. Another 1, 2. And this is the car we need to watch out for. This is on a trajectory, so they're going to move 3. And our poor car's in the back. They're already almost a half lap behind. They just crossed the start line. Okay, end of the turn. A +2 and a +2. Okay, so our car back here is going to have an extra movement. It'll be turn 3. All right, this car, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Let me take that back. First, we have to do the contest first. I think we're gonna. It is a -5 to overtake here, but we do have to. Well, we don't have to give it a shot, but I really think we should. So we're gonna put forth a total of 8. On our turn. Okay, so the first black car is going to have 4. The second black car is going to be at a 3. Now this 3 will be -5, so they're at a -2, so that one will stay. The first one's at 4, and unfortunately we're at 3 because it's -5, so we cannot play these this turn. All right, lead car gets to move 3. This car moving 3. Now, we can pass this car. This is a straightaway. So we'll be able to go. Let's draw our card, see what we get. It's a +3. If we do move 4, we would be ahead of that next car, which is kind of nice. We'll be at an extra little trajectory if we can get 4 in. Which I think we do want to try to. So we're going to play a 2 plus 2s. One's going to have a weather icon. One's going to have a tire. We are not going to lose the tire because we do 1 tire less. We'd have to do a check. And we're going to do a check with using this 74. So we're going to cover up our 25, and now our new check will be a little bit higher. So we're going to take a peek at this next card. The weather's going to stay the same. This is great for us. The weather's going to stay intermediate. That gives us another potential 4 to 5 rounds where we'll really be able to take advantage of our tire advantage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We get ahead of the car and on this +1 trajectory movement. 1, 2, 3. Still a little bit behind. This reckless car, though, is going to be moving 4. So we have 3 black cars right behind us. Trajectory for that car. The fast cars, remember, they're all at a -1. Double trajectory for that one. And this one's actually going to move 1 more than normal. Okay. So let's see what the R cards are. Oh, by the way, we did draw a yellow for the R card over here, which means we remove a yellow flag on track. So no yellow flags, so we don't do anything. Next R cards, a 1 and a 3. So all the cars will get +1 movement. All right, turn 4. We do our first weather check. 35 or under. It is 93. So the check will go to the next spot. All right. Do we still want to save some tires? This is the tough part. We could also push. Now, if we push, our fuel's going to kind of go in the wrong direction. If we chase, we can use one of those cards, which could be pretty good. But I think we're gonna. Man, this is gonna be tough because they're gonna move 4. So it'd be really nice if we could move 5, but I don't see a way that we can be moving 5. We're gonna potentially need to be banging wheels pretty soon to make sure we can stay ahead. Oh man. We're gonna stick on our saving tires. Well, we'll see. This car moves 3, 4. If we move 1, 2, 3, 4, everybody would be stuck with us, but they would also. Well, if we move, we can move 4, but we'll have a +1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would be ahead if we play a couple 2s, which we'll do. So we'll keep our save tires. Make sure we're not really running out, kind of save us our versatility for right now. So on our turn, we do not contest because it's a straightaway. We draw a +3 red, but I think we really want to take advantage of this trajectory. So we definitely want to put a 2 out there. It looks like we're going to have to pair it with this other 2 to make sure that we move 5. So we do have to match colors, so orange and orange. We spend 1 less tire. We can put out a yellow flag, but I don't think that would be, well, it would slow this car down in front. So we can put a yellow flag out here. It'll go away next turn, so it'll flip over. It'll be good. I'll get to draw 2 cards. 4 and a 2. That could be nice for a big boost. And we're gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4 from our cards, plus 1 from the boost. All right, well, this car behind us is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, plus an extra 2, but they don't pass us on a corner. So we do have to fight 1. They're going to get another plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. But at least we only have to fight, we're only going to have to fight 1 other car. They were at a boost, so they can move 4. Okay, so that's the end of that turn. Let's draw some race cards. Is a plus 3, so they're also going to get another plus 1 movement. So let's go on to this check 2. Check 2 needs to be, I have it at 60 or under. Is that correct for Silverstone? 60 or under. 60 under will change the weather. It's an 80. So it'll go to the next round. So the weather will for sure change next round, but we know what that card is. It's going to be a non-change. So I still think we're on pretty good strategy. And we do have to make a challenge right now. So we want to keep our Abby card because we are coming up on that. So we're really going to have to throw a 4 and a 3 out there. So we're going to be at 7. And since we're ahead, this will be our number. They're going to be at plus 2 from trying to pass us on turn 4. They got a 5 plus 2 is at 7. So we tied, which means we take a little bit of damage, but they don't pass us. A little bit of rubbing is racing, which is okay in our book for this. We did get a brown chip. It's not what we were looking for this early in the race, but we are in front. All right, and this car is going to move its standard 4, plus 1, minus 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of the yellow flag because the leader passed the yellow flag. And we're going to be in Abbey. There's no late break here, which is very unfortunate. So let's see. If we tried to bang some wheels, we can overtake in braking zones. So maybe we want to use our versatility to change our strategy up from change tires to banging wheels. Okay. So we are going to do that, and we're going to play our Abbey card. Now that would get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 banging wheels. We can pass using overtake and braking sections using 1 movement point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would put us 1 ahead. We could stay there or spend an extra movement point to keep going. We don't really want to be neck and neck with them. We'd like to make some headway. So we're going to use another plus 1 card. So we're going to do a total of 6. This is going to cost us 2 tires, but we are pitting somewhat soon. We know what the weather card's going to be. Nothing we can do about that. And we do get to draw a card. So we're going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we overtook, we get to draw a track card. We drew Stowe. It's a little bit far away, but it's a 5. I think we want to keep that. Maybe we can make it somewhere around there before we pit. The cars behind are going to move at their normal speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are now the leader. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3. And this guy will be at 3 plus 2. This one will be a 3 plus 1. 2 plus 1. And 2 plus 2. All right, let's draw our cards for the end of round 5. 3 into 3. That is bad news. All right, the reason that's bad news is this car is not only a +1 movement from it being Formula Renault, it'll get an extra +1 movement because the cards are equal to each other. So, new turn. We know what the weather's going to be. Weather's going to stay stagnant. Now from here on out, I think that was our only stagnant card in there. So, we need to start looking at that card to see, do we need to change some strategy up? But we do have a weather +2 over here, and we may need to use that sooner rather than later. So our next check is going to be in 3 turns on turn 9, in between all these pit stops. And we're going to draw a card for our turn. We got a lot of cards down here. I think we're in pretty good shape with these. We even have a +4. What I'd really like to do is end on a trajectory, but I don't think we can really get to one. We can't really get a 7. You know, 7's a little bit out of reach. I don't want to stay on just moving 2. If we move 3, we'll really... Now, they can't overtake on left field very well. They're at a -7. So if we back them up on left field and really try to slingshot next round, maybe that's what we're going to try to do, is back up the traffic. Left field is one of my favorite turns in the modern era of Formula 1. So we're going to bank that we can just move 3 and keep this spot a little bit. Do we have a good 3 to play? We have one that's going to cost us 1 tire, and we can draw 2 cards. Now we got to discard our tires now, a little bit more than we were by saving tires. So we discard our 1 tire and draw 2 cards. So we are flush with cards right now. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to stop on this extreme trajectory. Now remember, we automatically get to do the extreme trajectory at a -1 movement point. All right, this card goes away, and they move behind us. They're going to be moving at -1 + 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this car is going to be the one moving 5. We are backed up. Everybody else is moving their standard movement. Okay, we're going 4 wide in, and hopefully we took the best line out. So at the end of turn 6, a 1 and a 1, they are equal, so this guy's going to get his +1 movement, but the rest of the cars are not. Now remember, we pit at lap 10, so we got to make it 1, 2, 3 more turns before we pit. So let's try to get the most distance we can. First thing we do, though, is bang wheels we are at a +3 and they're all at a -7. So I don't think we need to get rid of the biggest cards, but we could just throw Stowe out there and maybe a +3 triple tire, something that we know we probably will not use. So we're going to be at an 8 and they're all going to be at -7. Now they may swap places. So the next car is going to be at a 5, car after 6, and this is the car we want to be probably in the back, maybe it won't matter, at a 5. So the front two are going to swap places. These cards can't be used this turn. We did win a contest, so we didn't overtake, but we did win a contest, which lets us draw a track card. Maggots and Chapel at a +4. Man, that could be great next turn. So my one thing I'm a little bit hazy on is I can skip ET checks to deduct 1. I don't know if I still need to play a green. In this case though, I will be playing a green because I really want to get this extra +1 out there. And I think we want to maybe zoom away in a big manner. It's going to cost us 2 tires, but like I said, if we can make it a couple more turns, I think we'll be in good shape. So it's going to cost us 2 tires. It's going to cost us a little bit of damage. A red chip, thank goodness. And we're going to have to pass a check at a -20. Now we have a lot of cards out here. So let's see one of these we're not going to use. -20 would put us at 54. 54. We're not going to use this triple 3 damage one, so we'll just pass the check here. Okay, so we paid for all of our cards. We can pass our extreme trajectory without making a check. So it'll be a 4 -1, so we get to move an extra 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we will actually be able to move 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you know what that does too is it puts us right at the end of the Maggots and Beckett section where we have an extra card out here that we'll really be able to utilize next turn. Wow, what a good launch that we had. We did have to back up the pack a little bit. They'll be going 3. This car will be going 4 because those numbers are equal. And every other car is going to be going at -1. All right, let's get the R cards at the end of the turn. A +2 and another +2, so they're equal. Once again, this car will be going an extra 1. So we are going to be moving into round 8, where 2 black cars are going to pit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 because of Silverstone has a pit of 8. That takes him off that trajectory, which is also nice. Okay, so we have 2 turns. I'd really like to see the weather because we're going to be pitting soon. Which Maggots and Chapel, this card does have us one, so let's draw a card at the beginning of the turn. This just plain 4 card would put us right on the corner here. Not the worst place to be. It would let us look at the weather. Let's draw a card. But maybe we want to go one more. while we have the cards, because we can't keep everything. So we're going to play this 1 with this 4. We're in the Maggots and Chapel area. So I'm going to look at this card to see what it is. It's going to be 1 closer to F in a potential, maybe next turn of the turn after. So I think we are going to put on the slick tires and be just like everyone else. We do have to pay our tire. We get to put a yellow flag out. I think we want to put this where somebody's going to pass it a few times. Maybe we'll put it in this area. We get to draw a card. Get an orange flag, which probably won't matter too much. Okay, and then we're going to move a total of 5. All right, right behind one of the potential lapped cars. Oh, we can use these turns. We kind of missed our opportunity to play Stowe, but I'd still like to keep it for a future turn. Or we could take back our 1. I forgot we had Stowe. Could take back our 1 and really catapult next round, which I think we're gonna do. Not to go too far back, but we played this 1 to get this orange chip. We're actually going to move back 1 spot. This will allow us to play Stowe and be in a pretty good spot next round. All the cars are going to be going at -1. So 1, 2, 3. This car will be going at normal speed. This is the one we're going to have to watch out for. All right, so let's get some R cards going. They do have, so let's try to do this one right. Nope, well, we're good. We should have put the orange at the end of this one, but I think it would have gone away as soon as the turn marker goes. So that's one thing I'm having trouble with, is remembering these yellow cards up here. So a pair of 4s, this card's going to move an extra. Yeah, the events on the R cards are they're getting me confused just a tiny bit. A lot to keep track of while I'm trying to talk as well. Check 1 here, under 35. Let's see if the weather changes. It is not. It is an 85. So the weather, we'll check it again next round. And once again, we'll have to pit next round. Okay, so we're going to draw a card for our turn and get at it. I think we're going to play Stowe while we got it. It'll also give us a blue flag for passing. So I wonder if we just shouldn't, really try to hammer it home with another +1. So we're going to play a total of 6. So we get a blue flag. We got to pay a tire. And we probably would get the orange, so we can choose if they end on a extreme trajectory. So 6 total, and we spend 1 less to pass, which is great for us. So 1, 2, and then we pass for free. However, we still have to make a test. So let's make our test before we get too far ahead of ourselves. We don't have reflexes this time, so we do need under a 36. Stowe's a 35, so that's perfect. So we get to move our 6. So 1, 2, pass for free, 3, 4, 5. We would get to pass for free, but we do have to make another check because we're the leader. And you know what? We actually don't have a good card to play. So I think we're going to have to do a blind check. Hopefully we get a 35 or under. to 72. So we failed our check to get past this car. We did lap 1. I think for banging wheels, we passed this car, but we did not, we were lapping it. I don't think that counts quite the same. So backwards from here, this car would move normally 1, but it was on a trajectory 2. 1, 2, 3, just 3 for that one. This one's on a trajectory, so it moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all the way back to this guy. This guy's going to move an extra 1. We could make him go on a trajectory extreme, but I don't think we're going to. 1, 2, 3. Nope, these cars are just going to move 2. All right, we got 4 around in the corner. All right, so, oh, and our car back here. Unfortunate, but we're gonna pit anyway, so it may not matter. So here are the R cards, a 2 and a 2. So they're equal. That one will get extra movement, but I believe it is pitting time. So let's see first the weather. 60 is our target number. So we know it was under 60. Sorry, that was a 33. So it moves 1 to where we think it's going to finish. So that does put us on slick. So this is actually a really good time to be able to change our tires. Now our big question is do we want to do a one-stop strategy? Next check will be at 13. Do we want to do a one-stop? Is a one-stop gonna be enough for us? Let's try the one-stop. So to do that, we're gonna have to move back 8 spots. So let's move back some of these other chips first. So the first yellow behind us. Okay, this car will unlap itself once we move. The first black car behind us, it's going to pit 2 less, so only 6. And then we're going to go. So normally we would pit 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I think, so that would get us to lap 20 with our fuel. But if we go back 2 more places, we can fuel to the end of the race, which I think we're going to try to do. Try to make this one stop happen. During our pit stop, we're going to get our versatility back, flat out, get rid of some damage. We gotta get rid of some of these cards down here. I like to know what the weather is. I like to keep some of these 2s. These 2s seem to be pretty good. 1s are pretty good. Anything that doesn't destroy our tires, because I think we're going to start needing some tires. We're going to get rid of a couple 3s. We're going to try to keep our tires to the end. Man, I'd really hate to keep all of these small cards. But we can really take advantage of a lot of these 1s and these extra draws. Maybe we'll get rid of 1, 1 and kind of see where we're at. 1s and 2s are okay. You can play a lot with each other, so we'll do that. Another one. We're gonna get rid of our intermediates and fit our hard tires. With the hard tires, we're gonna get to draw a track card. Left field, that's a long way away, but it is another 2. We'll see. We don't have a lot of cards that cost us tires, which is really good. So we're gonna change our strategy now to save some tires. Okay, the leader is now this black car. We're kind of in the middle of this flag, and we'll flip it over once it hits the 11. But I think that's kind of good for us. I think we're in a really good spot. No challenges across the board, so let's start with turn 10. They're going to be moving full speed now. Their gamble's finally paying off. I don't think we need to push it too much, but I would like to start getting on some of these trajectories. I really hate to burn 2 of our 2s to get on there, but let's do it anyway. This one lets us use 1 less tire, so we use 0 tires because we are saving tires. We get to draw 2 cards. We also get to draw 1 at the beginning of our turn. And we get to check the weather card. Let's see if we made a bad decision or not. It's going to move 2 into the F position, to the final. So it is going to get sunnier. Thank you, Silverstone, for blessing us with the good weather this time. So we're going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on this trajectory. So we move 4 to that trajectory. Now when we deduct 1 tire point from the total, you have to pay when we are in phase D. So we still have to pay a tire if we want to utilize that to the max. It may not be the worst thing. I'd rather not have to pay any tires, but we really need every place we can get. Actually, you know what? We don't want to pay any tires. We really need to stick to conserving the tires for this 1 stop. We have dedicated this 1 stop. This car is going to go. They're the ones that get an extra movement, so they're going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and have to stop. Okay, let's see these, and a green flag. When did we draw that? I think we drew it last turn, so we will do the green flag is supposed to get rid of a yellow on track. The only card it affected was this one, so he will be on here on this trajectory. Really, like I said, once again, really tough to keep a lot of moving parts into play and talk. So let's get our new R cards. +2 and a +4. So nobody gets any extra movement, which is good for us. Let's go to turn 11. Get rid of our tokens. Make sure we're remembering that too. No fighting on track. Saving tires is good right now. So let's get to it. Going to be moving full speed at 4. We're moving an extra 1. So 5 is the most we can move. Here's our card for the turn. If we play a orange, we can go an extra 1. We're not at left field yet. We can't play left field. If we play this 2, we could draw an extra card. we could really pair it with a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be nice to fight this guy, but I don't think we quite need to fight him yet because he is going to pit next lap. So if we do this, we don't discard a tire, and we're going to actually draw 3 cards. This should give us a lot of options in the future. So this is what we're going to do. A 2, and a 2. So a lot of 2s we can start to pair up. We don't lose a tire because we're saving tires. We also don't discard, so we don't get a track card. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keep on going back. This car is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and an extra 1. This is the card I was... sorry, just 1, 2, 3, 4. These aren't matching. This is the car I'm really worried about right now. An extra 2 from the trajectory. Though maybe I should be worried about these other cars behind me. I'm going to have a hard time making sure they stay behind, but we'll see how it goes. All right, let's draw some race cars again. A +2 and a +3. So they will be going an extra 1, and it'll be a new turn. So we got a lot of people pitting. So we'll do one at a time. We got a purple. So the lead purple is going to go back 8. And they will be lapped. So it's 1 less car we got to lap, which is really good. We got the black, so the lead black car is going to go backwards 8. We are now the new leader. Hopefully we can keep that for the rest of the game. Oh, here's another car we don't have to lap. And 2 yellows, 2 of the leading yellows. Okay, let's draw a card for our turn. Now there's not a whole bunch of slingshotting we can really do around this area. This car is going to move 5. It's going to put him in that corner right here. So we really need to, we'd really like to end our turn at least here, if not a little bit further. So maybe a couple 4s just to keep some distance. Maybe we can have them... No, can't make them late break. We kind of want to end in the left field area with a big card if we can. Here's a +2, which will get us yet another card. And we can pair that with a maybe a +2 big check. Do we know what the weather's going to do? Sorry, the weather, this shouldn't have been face up. We do already know what the weather's gonna do. So we'll chunk another +2 out there. So we don't pay a tire. We get to draw 2 more cards. Once again, we are flush with cards. We need to see some 4s. Here's a 4 with 2 engines. Not exactly the 4 we wanted to see, but we're gonna move 4. Car behind us, gonna move 2. And gonna move 5. This car got a really nice trajectory there. All right, let's get some R cards going. +4 and a +2. All right, they're just gonna move normally. I'd really like to end on this left field spot over here. It'll be turn 13. Let's do our first rain check. It needs to be a 35 or under. It's a 31. So we already knew that this card was coming. Silverstone is gonna give today. We're gonna put another card over there. And in 3 turns, we're gonna check the weather again. Hopefully it kind of stays sunny for the time being. I think this is a good spot. At the beginning of our turn, we're gonna draw a card. Like I said, we have a lot of cards, if nothing else. We really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man, I don't know if we can get into left field with this 3 or with this 2. We can pair it with another card. We have to pair it with a 3, and we just so happen to have a 3. What good luck for us. So since we can prove that we're going to get into left field, I can play this card with any other card. This lets us draw one. And we do not lose a tire because we're still saving tires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to put us on a good track for maybe a good slingshot forward, as long as these cars don't get in the way. Everybody's going to be moving normal. Yep. All right, let's draw our cards for the end of turn 13. Like I said, I know I missed some in there, I'm sure. Another green flag. Remember to try to, green flag lets you clear a yellow that's on the board. All right, so that was the R cards for 13. Yellow is going to pit the furthest yellow along, and he pits at -2, so just 6. Okay, well, we have a lot of traffic coming up behind us here, but we are on this great slingshot over here that we can automatically pass. Now I'm assuming we still have to pay a green, so we will do that just to try to be true, just in case. Get to draw a card for our turn. Ooh, a +3, and we're just drawing some really good cards right now. So let's pair this 2 with something else. Do we want to look at the weather? Do we think it's gonna change? We could pair this with maybe something that we want to get rid of, because we're going to have to make this check and probably some more checks coming up. This would put us at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now we don't have the blue flag, but it would be nice to get a blue flag now, but we don't quite have the cards. Now a lot of these would let us do checks with some big pluses. So right now we would end behind this car. I'd really like to end ahead of that one, at least past one car this round. So let's play another 1. And if we could play a 1 that's pretty high, we'll be able to use it. Okay, so we're going to play 3 here, plus another 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to pass it would be 6, or to lap it. Pay 1 tire less. We're going to draw 1 card. We automatically pass our check, just -1. But we do have to do a check here at plus 20. Now this plus 20 is a 92. It'd be nice to put something high up there, but I guess I may have to settle for this. This 59. We're actually going to get rid of this 75. And so we passed this check. So we've paid for all our stuff, so we can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to lap this car, we have to pass a check, a normal check against a 75. We're actually going to use this 59 card and lap the car. So the leader has to pay to lap. All right, we did draw a 3, so they're going to be moving 5. These cars will be moving 4, these fast ones. And this one won't move because it won't try to pass me again. It won't unlap itself unless I go off the track or we get a safety car. All right. So our card it is at the end of turn 14. A 4 and a 2. The 4 is a yellow flag. So let's try to do this right, how it should be. Draw a track card. Place the flag in the first available section of the indicated corner. So stow. A little bit unfortunate for us, but it's all right. It is a 2 and a 4, so nobody's going to get any extra movement, and I can live with that. And we're going to move to turn 15. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, this is the card I should have drawn for our turn. A 1 with a yellow flag. Now, we could put a yellow flag, but we may be the leader for a while. But it would slow everyone else down. I would like to keep up the pace, though. Still don't know if we want to burn too many tires yet. I'm really liking all these 2s that we're able to draw. And we can start to pass cards. We do have a blue card we can keep for later. We're going to try to do this. We get to look at the next weather card. It's going to move 3 to the F direction. So it looks like we're going to stay dry for a while. We have 2 tires, so we do have to discard 1, but every time we discard 1, then we get to draw a track card, which is the important part. Left field that we can add, and a green that we can add to this. What a great card to draw. And we get to draw 2 more. Now, we're only going to move 3, which I don't know if that was the smartest thing, but it's keeping us rolling. We're not trying to make too much headway right now. This car is going to use its trajectory and still only move 3. This car is going to move an extra 1, so it'll move 5. All right, so we may have to battle one more time to kind of eke it out over here. I was hoping that we play some low numbers to just keep the cars behind us. May come to bite us in the end. All right, let's draw our cards for the end of turn 15. So we're not going to do this this weather icon because it messes with our weather system. Got a 1 and a 2, so nobody's moving any extra. And then we're going to do a weather check for 16. That's a 60, so that's a fail. So we're going to check the weather again at turn 17. We do have to make a challenge. We do have a 4. Eventually we'll probably want to fight. We'll probably want to bang some wheels to get some of these cards, but I don't think today is the day. No, I don't want to throw all the high cards out there, but I don't think we're going to be spending 4s for our engines yet. So I'm going to put 2 4s out there. They're at -5. They drew a 5, so they're at 0. We're at 8. We'll keep these for a later day. So we won the battle. This car is behind. And it's our turn. We draw a card on our turn. Ooh, a 4 with only 1 tire on it. Now, they're going to be moving 4. You know, maybe we'll make them get rid of this token. If we move 3, we can stop here, but we are gonna, this car may overtake us because they're gonna be moving 1, 2, 3, and then 4 to that +1 spot. Is it worth it for them to overtake for a -1? Kind of tough. I don't really want to end up in that zone. So we're just going to move 3. We're going to spend this 3. We are not going to spend a tire. Really trying to conserve these tires. I do not know if this is the best spot that we want to be in, but this is the spot that we're going to end up at. So moving 3, this black car, 1, 2, 3, and 1. So we are not the leader anymore. Moving 2, 3. So 5, and then this car's ahead, this car's behind him, and then we go. So, man, there's a lot happening in this area of the track right now, and it's kind of a tough one. All right, our cards for the end of turn 16, double 2s. So the leader will get an extra movement. Let's do a weather check 2. Check 2's under 60, it's a 63. That means the weather will change lap 18. Okay, we got a lot of stuff going on here. No contests, no challenges, because it is a straightaway. We are on this trajectory. There's a lot going on here. This car is going to be the leader and have an extra movement. So they're going to move 5. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when they pass this, this should have been flipped over when we went over and went to a new row. But when they pass it, it gets gone. This car, oh, they should have moved 6, I'm sorry. They were on a trajectory. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They really kind of want to pull away. This car's going to move 4. And then it's going to be us. You know, where exactly do we want to end up? What was our plan over here? I think we want to start to fight and maybe potentially bang some wheels. I think this is going to be the point of the race that we're really going to have to start using some of our tires. But we do need to get there first. So we are going to use our versatility to switch our strategy. Is it too soon? We won't know. To banging wheels. All right, we're in the last little bit because we're going to need it. We need to play a 2. We need to get in this space. We can play a 2. We will have to pass a check. We can use that exact card, which we will do. To move 1, 2, 3, 4. These cards came back. And this car, 1, 2, 3. Three wide again, going into Vale. Can't count out any of these super fast cars, I can tell you that. All right, here's the leader over here. We're 1 space behind. Let's draw some cards for the end of 17. There is a 3, so all the bots will get an extra movement. Weather change does happen. We know it'll move 3 in the direction of F, which is good. And then in 3 more turns, we check again. Okay, we do need to challenge. We challenge first. I don't think we're going to use one of these 4s yet, so it's probably for the best that we play our 2 4s again. We're at +2 and then +3 for banging wheels, so we're going to be at 13 against the car in front is going to be at 5. The car behind is going to be at 8. So we've got a little jockeying for position here. We'll go us, and then behind. That is good for us. We did win a challenge. We get to draw a track card. This is where I'm hoping we can really crank it out. Vale, +3. We get to draw 2 cards and a blue card. Ooh, I don't know if we want that yet. I'd hate to go from, breaking point to breaking point, but we really need to end on this big trajectory. I think that's really good for us. This card's going to go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think we can make it 5. Well, we can make it 5. I think this is the time that we need to really go for it. So we have a 4 and a 1. The 4 we did not use. We do have to spend tires now. So I don't know if, let's draw our card first just to make sure. A 3. 1 chip for us to move our tires. We get to draw a card from this card. And we get the blue passing token, which we probably don't need yet. But we do get to move 5. Oh, we would have to move 6. Yeah, let's get back our tire, get rid of that. Oh man, maybe we do want to just end here in a couple turns. They can't pass us yet. So we may just want to, if we move 3, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. We're still going to move 5. Pay our tire, draw our card. I think we drew our card, and then blue flag. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the cars behind us will also move. However, they won't pass us. They're in a late braking zone, but there's no late brakes. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, these cars are really speedy when we draw the right cards for them. All right. Well, we're not going to get any help from banging wheels this turn. Let's draw our cards for the end of turn 18, 2 and a 4. So we're not going to move as far this turn. We don't need to bang wheels. So let's go on to turn 19. When they move, they're just going to move as a standard 4. It'd be really nice to end in left field, I think. So let's draw our card for the turn. Now we do have the card left field, I believe. It's a +2 we can use with another card, but I'd really like to use that with to slingshot around. So we can take some engine penalties now. We have to move 4. If we take the orange flag, it doesn't help us too much. So if we play like these 2, then we lose a tire. Get this token and make one at -20. Now, I don't really care if we pass this one. I'm really looking for future ones. It's really tough. The 3s are kind of what I'm looking at. So let's fail it with this 3. That's a 63. So we draw one damage. So it'll be brown, so permanent damage. But like I said, we're not going to pit again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to end on this trajectory. They're going to have a hard time passing at left field for sure. Yeah, there's no way they're passing me today. At least not here. 1, 2, 3. And going backwards. Kind of a battle for the lapped cars there. Okay. Our cards for turn 20. 2 1s. Going to turn 20, we get rid of these. All right, we're doing okay. We do have to perform a battle. We're going to chunk out our 4. The highest they can get is an 8 minus 7, so the highest they can get is a 1. So we're just going to chunk out this 4 for now. With the 2 cars behind us, here's the car directly behind us, 6. And the car directly behind that also got a 6. So they're going to keep the same positions. They're to minus 7, so they're at negative 1. We have a 4 plus 3, so we're already at a 7. We did win a contest, so we get to draw a track card. Maggots and Chapel plus 3. Oof, not the best card. 3s are kind of in that middle because they're just okay. You really want to move 4 in this game quite a bit when you can. This car is going to, the leader is going to move at 5. Man, I don't know. I think that just put the first place out of reach for us. But let's see what we have. So we have left field, which is a 2. These cars are lapped. We can't play Vale. Vale's pretty far away. We could pair it with this 4, but the furthest we can get is into... Oh, these cars are going to go first. But they're not going to unlap themselves. Which is actually pretty good if we can just end in Chapel. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to get to Chapel. We automatically pass any extreme test with 3. An extra 2 from left field. We need 6 total, that's 5. Oh man, I'd hate to keep you spend our 1 with this. Maybe here's where we spend one of the 3s. Oh man, the 3s aren't in the best of spots. We do draw a card for our turn. Another 2. Let's keep the 2s even though we don't have too much left. We're going to spend this 3. I know it's a little bit overkill, but we'll get there. We got to make a test at plus 20. We can get rid of one of these cards we probably won't use. Oh, maybe this 33. Passed our test, we can play this card. We do lose a tire. We get to draw 1 card. We are in left field. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are stuck behind this car. Oh man. We could start to hold them up and just kind of bang wheels all the way and see what kind of happens. They are a little bit reckless, so we'll see. All right, the other cars are going to be moving 4. And that is it. All right. Race cards for the end of turn 20. There is a 3, so they're all going to get an extra one. We do a weather check 1. Weather check 1 is going to be a 7, so the last weather does change. Puts us 1 closer to S, but it's going to stay sunny. So we have 4 more turns that we need to try to hold on here. Now this is a pretty big fight that we're about to do. We're going to put our best foot forward and play our double 4. We have got to pass right here. This is our one chance to take the lead. So we're at 8 minus 5, so 3, but plus 3 for banging wheels. So we're at a 6. Now this car is that reckless car who is going to go plus or minus 1 just to match us. So we're at a 6 and he drew an 8. Oh, what a disaster. This was our chance to probably win the race. So we failed our contest, and I think he's just going to zoom off into the sunset. He's going to move a total of 5, 6, 7 because he was on a trajectory. All right, and then we get to move. Now, I don't think we'll be able to pass him again. The cars behind are going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't really want to fight too much. It'd be good to maybe end on a spot like this, but I think that was our big chance to bang some wheels and keep up. We still get second place. We need to move 3. So let's take a damage and take a tire and move 3. Just so we get that +1. They're not going to pass us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not going to pass us on the straight. These cars, 1, 2, 3, aren't going to pass us either. We do have to watch out for this Vale corner coming up that we don't get passed over there. These cars should have gone before those other ones. This car's now lapped. All right, I think we want to try to stop in Stowe. I think is kind of the plan moving forward. We got last lap magic happening by this black car over here. They're all going to move an extra 1. So it is our turn. There's no contest because we are on a straight. We do want to make it 2 Stowe though in one piece. We can play a 2 and maybe a 2 and a 1. Yeah, we should have played our Maggots in Chapel card. I didn't even see this. This would have been ×2, would have given us an extra 3. I think we would have won with this one. So once again, a misplay by me. But actually, we just need a 2. A 2 would put us right in this corner, so they wouldn't be able to pass. So we're going to play this 2, lose our tire, end here. Oh, they get to go first. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys are going to move 3, 4. And then we play our we're on a trajectory. 1, 2, 3, end on Stowe. These won't be able to pass us. We are going to go 4 wide there. Okay, so we draw a couple cards, see what they do. Double 3, so they're really going to be booking it. I think I moved the pawn. We do have to do a challenge, so we'll do a challenge here. We're going to chunk out our double 4s. and they're going to be at -3. We're going to be at +3 to start banging some wheels. So they don't have a chance to pass because there's nothing I don't think they can draw, but we'll draw anyway. So they're at -3 and I'm at +3. So I'm at a total of 11. That's a 1, a 4, and a 2. All right. Oh, now we're at lap 23. Sorry. So that was for lap 23. So we need to keep them behind us for one more lap. Leader's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, because they're both matching, and a 3. So our goal now is just to keep them behind. We have to draw a card on our turn. They are going to move 5, so we either need to move 6, which we cannot do. Cannot move 6. We just don't have the cards, so we're just going to have to hold them up in Vale. So we're going to move a cool 3 to get into the Vale Club. 1, 2, 3, and remember they don't pass on. We get an extra 2 cards and the blue flag, but they don't pass on corners. So we're kind of making a little traffic jam here. Actually, I think every car is now in one corner. All right, so last 2 art cards. A 3 and a 3. Last turn magic. We're going to use our 4 and 4 again. Now they are going to be +2 this time. But since we are banging wheels, we are at another +1. So it's really good to have some 4s if you're going to be challenging a lot. So we're going to be sitting at 9, and they're at +2. So that's a 6. That's a 7. And this is a 6. So for all their challenges, or all their contests, we win again. We would get a card, and it goes on to the last turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's really booking it around. And as long as we just stay on track, I don't think they can pass us. We'll kind of end at maybe they can't pass it. Oh, they could on a late break, but 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is the final turn, so we do need to be careful of that. So let's play this out. The final turn is pretty important. They are going to move 5, so we at least need to move 5 if possible, which I don't think we... Here's our last card. We did not keep one of our 4s. Oh man. Nope, they're going to be able to easy pass us here. Well, the highest we can play right now is going to be a 4. Spend our tires. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, we should have kept one of these 4. We could have played a 4 and a 1, but they're going to all move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we went from second to 5th on the last turn of the race. These cars are all follow behind. So you could see how strategic it can get near the end of the race. That was my fault for not keeping a 4. It was also my fault for not not knowing the Maggots and Chapel area, I could play this, I believe, for fighting wheel to wheel, and you get double if you're in that area. So like I said, I think we would have just kept this car behind. I'm not sure if, as long as we could keep them behind us, I think even on the last turn, this one may have overtaken us. But that's splitting hairs on maybe we could have got first or second had we played this card. But at least keeping one of these fours would have kept us from getting overtaken on the last turn. So that was kind of my fault for not watching out for that. Kind of thinking I could keep them behind. But I forgot this final turn, only 1 MP to pass. So really needed to get 1 extra movement point. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I had a really good time with this one. I thought this one was much closer, much more exciting. There was a chance I could have got first or second, but in the last little bit got overtaken because I didn't have enough gas to really push it at the end. So hope you guys really enjoyed this. I feel like I made a lot less mistakes on this one. This one's a little bit easier, I feel, to get to the table. Still just watch out for those events over here, leader passing, playing the cards on the right corner that they're meant to. Remember, you can use these cards to late break or extreme trajectory too. Versatility was great. Flat out really helped me a few times. Banging wheels and save tires, both great strategies. I like using some of these other ones, but against these bots, playing this Formula Renault really feels like a good difficulty to play. I like the traits on the bots. I'm not sure if I could handle the very fast cars. There's some silver cars that move 5 base. I thought intermediates at the beginning was really good. I thought we were on a really good strategy. We pitted it at a great time. I thought we played really well until the last 4 or 5 turns, where we even played well until then. We could have played a 4 and a 3 on this last challenge over here and had a 4 left over. That would give us 2 damage, 2 tires, which we would have been okay, and like a number 1. So really fun game, really enjoy it. Hopefully you thought the last little bit was dramatic. Sorry I didn't really talk it up much, but I was really kind of kicking myself from this Maggots and Chapel area, not playing this card too in the challenge. So what a nice game. I really had a good time, and we'll see at the end how long this was. Felt like about an hour 45, hour and a half. Hopefully it wasn't close to 2 hours like the Monaco one was. So hopefully I made a lot less mistakes, had a lot of fun. Weather was interesting. Hope you guys learned some or just had fun watching the video. Hope you guys have a good one. Until next time.